Say, listen to a teacher.
Listen to a teacher.
And improve education. Teachers say no conversation about us without us. You might be well-intentioned and sincere, but me, I've been there. I've been there through the programs. No Child, Avid, Trio, Upward Bound, Read 180, Common Core, America's Choice, virtual classes, academies, after school, and national board. I've been there through the letters, NEA, PTSA, ECL, ACL, and ACT. The 3 R's, IAP, 504, SPED, and PLC. I've been there through teachers, the advice, the giving up, back watching, sharing and complaining, the retirements, the deaths, the weddings, divorce, births, and explaining. Once the second most medicated profession, thus Margarita Mondays, Margarita Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and yes, Margarita Sundays. I've been there through administration, recommended for promotion and termination, written up, praised, had office calls, kicking it, been off the record, the favorite and the blackballed. I've been there through the parents, requested me, cursing me, flirting, wanting me to find their runaway child. Those that we team up together, pleading for grades and the please testify my son's trial. I've been there through the students, smart aleck. Some you love to death, some you hate their life. And then I've also had those who said, please be there because they know that it's doable. I've even spoken at children's funerals. Only teachers know it like we know it, from staying in the classroom daily devoted to get students improving and promoted. That's why teachers say no conversation about us without us, and oh yeah, you can quote it. Thank you. So I'm a spoken word poet and I'm a motivational speaker, but I've been a teacher since the 1990s, y'all. A 30-year classroom practitioner. And I've been asked to explain and defend and research education, but I've never been asked to decide on education. Policymakers, legislators, and officials don't bring teachers in when it's time to take the lead. So I've even been part of a Teach Plus group that have shared recommendations that can help schools, but we who are in the classroom daily, we never get a vote. Now, I would not expect birds to have great ideas about swimming, but I would expect teachers to have phenomenal ideas about the classroom. So, as a matter of fact, I have an idea. Many of them, actually, but here's one. I have reimagined education. Picture a school system where graduates actually know how to live. Now, personally, I've been academically sound, and I was through high school, but there were so many things that I wanted to know before I left that I didn't get. And I've had so many students to graduate and have that diploma, and they asked me for life lessons that they couldn't find in any textbook. So I came up with an answer. My answer is the GROWLIFE curriculum. And I believe that the GROWLIFE curriculum could truly get kids Mctivated. All right, so the GROWLIFE curriculum. Let's break this thing down. Let's start with goals. And you know why goals? Because you can't put I don't know in a GPS and get anywhere. So in this class, you could learn stuff like finding your strengths. You could learn things like having a vision and being a visionary. And you could also understand how to execute with effort and focus every time. The R is for relationships. Why? Because you have to believe people by their behavior. In this class, you could learn things like your family and friend circle. You could learn how to understand boundaries and consent. And you could also learn how to negotiate and how to resolve conflict. The O stands for organize. Now, why organize? Because everything has a place. And you could learn things in this class like how to clean your house, how to do meal planning, and even how to properly prepare your emergency items in your home. Now, the W stands for wellness. Why wellness? Because you don't count time in life. In life, you make time count. And so what happens is, in this class, you could learn about nutrition and exercise, how to be cautious of medication and drugs, and you can even learn about stress management and mental health. Now, the L stands for local politics. Why do we need that? Because only institutional change changes institutions. And in this class, you can learn how to participate in the election process. You could also learn how to peacefully practice protest. You can be very much aware of how you yourself could run for office. We're at the I, identity. Why do we need identity? Because you find yourself in what you lose yourself in. You could explore your lineage, and you could understand your cultural traditions. And when you really dig deep, you can actually know your persona. The F stands for finance. Why finance? Because you need to use money to buy time. In this class, you could learn how to budget, save, invest. You could understand taxes, debt, interest, and then you could also learn how to monetize your talent. The next one and the last one is the E, and it stands for ethics. And in this class, you could explore what is right and wrong. You could really think about and internalize morality and spirituality. And you can even explore concepts like equity and justice. So altogether, that is the GROWLIFE curriculum. And I know that that's not in every classroom, but that idea exists in my classroom. It exists there because there are great ideas that every teacher have that only exist in their classroom. And if powers that be would really listen to teachers, they could actually improve education for all students, especially students like the one in this poem I'm about to do. Those type of students that get me Mctivated. Everybody say, get Mctivated. Get Mctivated. Imagine a student sitting like a tombstone in a cemetery of a system. This is dedication, where desk line rolls like graveyards, and textbooks are cracked open like caskets and authored by ghosts. I knew a student who once hoped his diploma would resuscitate his aspiration, give breath to his dreams again. So he floated by on air with the echo of what will I need is for breezing through his mind. What has school taught him? That if he doesn't remember facts and formulas, failure finally forces him to follow formats that have few options. What has school taught him? That cookie cutter curriculum crumble when kids are not catered to and not considered in the school's case for dough. Let chocolate chips fall where they may. What has school taught him? The takeaway of multiplying long nights in search of bold print divided by a lot of classes never add up to knowing how to survive after senior year. He stepped to my car door, a shell of his former self. He spoke in a tone of hollowed out possibilities with a voice empty of hope. As he asked for money, I wondered how could I offer him change. I remember thinking before he graduated out of my classroom, he had so much potential. So I couldn't wait to see him bloom before the world. Once a bud, ready to fully flower, now we just petals. I gave him a couple dollars, but then I planted my number in his palm. It was a seed. I wanted to cultivate his calling into a tree meant to grow fruit for living, into a treat meant that was garden enough to make him more alive than zombie. Now don't you believe that you can grow life and you can grow life and you can grow life? Well, I believe that I can grow life. So I made Grow Life a life way so the children can know how their life can grow.